Coach Jack Daniels of the Boxers Trainers Channel. What's going on? Today is September 13th, 2025. You know what that means? I'm quite sure those that love boxing as much as I love boxing know what that means. September 13th, 2025. It means today is the biggest day in boxing history for boxing. We're talking about the super fight between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Crawford, right? This particular fight is going to make history in a lot of ways. We'll wait till the outcome processes itself, and then we'll discuss all the variables associated with why this is one of the biggest boxing matches, biggest boxing events in the history of boxing. The variables will come after we discuss and disclose the victor. Again, between Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Crawford. We won't get off into those particular boxers because today we are discussing a part, and it is mammoth, of the undercard featuring Fernando Vargas Jr. versus Callum Walsh, right? At the 154-pound division, which is the super welterweight. And then look at this out, man. I did, as always, do my due diligence in regards to the information associated with these particular boxers, right? And it was amazing to see that these cats, also undefeated, right, are prime candidates for being one of the potential best set of boxers as far as up and coming boxers are concerned, right? They both have remarkable undefeated records, right? And I want to say, Fernando Vargas comes from a background of boxing. You know what I mean? His dad, right, was crushing things back in his day, right? We're talking about Fernando Vargas Senior. You know what I'm saying? That whole family of Vargases, like a lot of these families that came up in boxing, are boxing families, right? And we have to give them a shout out, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to give them a shout out for being supporters and participants in one of the greatest sports the world has ever witnessed. Boxing, man. Boxing. I did it. You know what I mean? I don't know about any of y'all in this chat, but I box, right? And look at, why do you think I am? I be so hyped up. Shout out to the chat. I be so hyped up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get into a lot of trouble because I get so hyped up. I'm either up or down, right? When it comes to debating or discussing boxing. Because I love the hell out of some boxing, right? I mean, the primary reason I think that I love boxing the way that I love boxing is because I was a good boxer, man. You know what I mean? I wasn't a fighter. I was a boxer, right? Which means my thing was I'm gonna stick you and I'm gonna pop you and I'm gonna get out the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put you in a position where you gonna come in and I'm gonna pop you, right, trying to get out. You know what I mean? Those type of variables are what makes a great boxer great, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the sport of boxing is about. As is the case with all sports, but when it comes particularly to the one-on-one defense and offense between two dudes in the ring, boxing, man, is quite different than any other sport. And I say that because, again, I participated in the sport, right? And I can only recall one time, man, when I actually got, you know what I'm saying, socked, where I actually felt someone's impact, right? It was a guy who was I was a middleweight. I was in the ring with a lightweight, right? And they fast as hell. And the ones that do know how to use their body, right, have power, right? So we sparring, right? And I'm doing my little thing, right? Sticking and moving, staying out the way, right? You know what I mean? I'm not really tense, but I got to make sure I am in the position where this cat just don't run a set off on me because he's fast, right? He's a lightweight. I'm middleweight, right? But as a middleweight, even then, I was fast as hell also, right? So he had to be careful too. So here's the deal. I was, like on my defense, right? Knowing that I got to watch out for his every move, right? And so what I did was I took my concentration off my lower body and focused on the upper, right? So what he did was he waited until I threw a left hand, wow, right? And he pivoted up under it and came back with bam and hooked me in the gut, right? And it was like, damn, I ain't never felt that before. But it was a good learning experience. And that's what boxing is about, man. You learn from your mistakes, especially if you are pursuing greatness. And that is what I was pursuing, right? And I'm gonna say this to all the boxers in the business today, right? If you're not pursuing greatness, why even put your gloves on? You know what I mean? I mean, why waste people's time? You know what I mean? But now I can understand the fact that a lot of people are attracted to the notion that, man, I can do that, right? Everybody can't do this, man. Not with a degree of perfection, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, let me say this: there's no such thing as a perfect boxer, right? That's never going to happen, right? Because anybody that puts on some gloves, laces some gloves, get in the ring, they are going to be susceptible to getting popped, right? But what you do is, if you searching for greatness, like Torrance Bud Crawford, right? Torrance Bud Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez, Torrance Bud Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, right? Now I'm mentioning these cats, man, because they put in a lot of work in their gym to perfect their craft to the point where they're not going to be perfect, but you can damn well believe that they're searching for perfection, man. You know what I mean? And those are the type of dudes, right, that you focus your attention on, especially if you love the sport of boxing, as I do. You know what I'm saying? Today, again, September 13th, 2025, the super fight, man. But that isn't the only thing that draws my attention to boxing, right? Man, look. Right now, Eddie Hearns is featuring something on the Zone, right? Right now, as we speak, right? So what I'm saying to say, contrary to the fact that I don't know, I'm quite sure shout out to Eddie Hearns, man. Eddie Hearns is a excellent promoter, right? I have a great amount of respect for Eddie Hearns because Eddie Hearns treats the sport of boxing like the sport of boxing is supposed to be treated. He's fair. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, oh, Eddie Hearns, man, he don't want to pay the boxers. Man, look, the last time I checked, Eddie Hearns was one of the highest paying promoters in the business before Turkey House She came along, right? You know what I mean? People was getting, I noticed that people started getting $1 million offers from Eddie Hearns, right? Devin the Dream Haney was one of them. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of respect cats that, you know what I mean, that love the sport to the point where they want to make it happen. Right, if it means they have to spend some money to make it happen, okay. Say Eddie Hearns spends some money to make it happen, right? Shout out to the chat, Lavanda Moore, Kurt. Shout out to Lavanda Moore, Kurt. I don't want to get off into the particulars in regards to her situation, right? But we want to give a shout out to Lavanda, right? Lavanda has some issues, some health issues that demands our immediate attention. Shout out to her, and we want to, you know what I mean? We want to give a prayer out to Lavanda, man. You know what I mean? And again, I don't want to get off into the particulars or health issues, but it's dire, right? So let's give a shout out to Lavanda and put her in our prayers, man. Shout out to none other than, man, come on, Gil Cole. Gil Cole in the house, man. And I'm quite sure that Gil Cole and I are going to have a back and forth with who I got tonight in the main event, right? But let me do this first. Let me clear the table, right, in regards to what we're talking about right now. We are talking about the undercard featuring Fernando Vargas Jr. versus Callum Smith, right, at the welterweight division, the 154-pound super welterweight division, 10 rounds, right? Fernando Vargas Jr. is 28 years of age. He's 5'11" with a 72-inch arm reach. He's a southpaw. 17 wins, 15 by knockouts. He's following the pattern of his dad because his dad was a pretty heavy-handed person also. No losses, never been stopped, no draws, right? And his opponent, Callum Walsh, is 24 years of age. He's 6 feet tall. Damn. Not really that much of an issue when it comes to height over the two between Fernando Vargas Jr. He's 5'11". That ain't worth mentioning really when it comes to two boxers, right? And plus that both of them have arm reaches 72-inch. Both of them are southpaw. Now that is something that one wants to consider. Both of these cats. Okay. Let me do the particulars, Gil. We're gonna get to that, buddy. In fact, wait a minute, hold on. I got something for your butt, man. Um, Callum is 70, his arm is 72 inches, southpaw. 14 wins. He got a heavy hand too. 11 by knockout. No loss, nothing stopped, no draws, right? Ranked number 5 by WBC, 14 by WO, and 4 by the IBF, right? Now, this dude, you know what I'm saying? I did the due diligence, right? And I just didn't see. Gilco, you got a conversation today. I just didn't see that much of a sensation in his boxing. Hey, I don't care. Hey, shout out to the Mexican G in the house. What's up, champ? My main man. Listen though, if y'all running in and out of the chant, make sure you run in and hit that subscription button, man. Hit the subscription button if you're running in and out, right? And that's okay. I got it. People got things. Bruce, guys, Jazz, and man, Bruce, I need to holler at you on a one-on-one, brother. So drop away, drop me your email in the comment section, and I'm gonna get back with you, brother. Yes, sir. My chat is pop cracking today. Wait a minute. Hold on. Today, I'm gonna open up this line. But let me finish with this first. Y'all get me so distracted, right? Especially when I get amped up boxing this day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all day, right? And great fights today. So, I'm gonna open up the line 870-571-3995. So I'm gonna open up the line. We want to do like a 5-minute 5-minute calls, right? We're gonna only allow 5 minutes, right? Because we get on. I get on here when it comes to this boxing and go to chat in my mouth and run in my mouth, right? And sometimes it comes a little, out of sorts, right? So let's put 5 minutes on the calls, y'all. And we're gonna start doing this more because I gotta, I gotta get my momentum doing. And I was thinking earlier, the reason why my numbers really aren't as popular as most of these cats, because I don't do no faking and lying, right? And making up stuff in order to draw the boxing fans to my chat or to my podcast, right? I mean, that might be a little boring, but it is what it is, man. I was not raised up around fakes and perpetrators. You know what I mean? I was raised up by dudes that demanded integrity. T. So the line is open, y'all. If you feel like you got something to say, okay. So a Gil Cole back to what, y'all? Oh. You got good. Matter of fact, who does Gil Cole have, y'all? Versus Canelo. Who does Gil Cole have? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna let him. Matter of fact, Bruce Gas Jazzamore, who you got, buddy? Bruce Gas, Jazz, and more. Who you got on this Canelo versus Crawford fight, man? Woo. I said, you done messed up the conversation for the. I already know who you got. The Mexican G got Saul Canelo Alvarez in 9, right? And amazingly, Gil Cole got Bud Crawford in 9. Here you go. That's what I want to hear from Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Canelo does to Bud what Marvin Hagler did to Thomas Hearns in '85. Very interesting to say the least, Bruce. Very interesting to say the least. Okay. But okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. Yeah, there you go. The best man win. Hey, I'm gonna quote Gil Cole on "May the best man win," man, and that's what I say. I really have this as a 50-50 fight, but I'm nudging and leaning, you know what I mean, toward Torrance Bud Crawford. Specifically, but both of these cats are talented. We all got to agree to that. Both of these cats are are two of the most talented boxers in the business, right? Today, right? And so you can't just say, well, he gonna do this. The thing that really stuck in my core when it came to Torrance Bud Crawford, Torrance Bud Crawford got a huge ego. You know what I mean? His ego is huge as hell, right? But sometimes, especially when it comes to the art of self-defense, right? It is good if that ego is going to push you to get in the gym and perfect your craft to the point where you don't think that nobody can beat you. And that's what Torrance Bud Crawford believes. And at this point in his career, 41-0, right? He has proved himself to be worthy of saying, Canelo can't beat me, man. He's not going to beat me. I'm not letting Canelo beat me, man. Y'all can say what the hell you want to say, but tonight I'm going to be a 3-division undisputed world champion. Right? I'm saying, like, how could he possibly muster up that type of energy to make that type of statement? Unless, my people, that he really, really believes that. That is what stuck in my core. That's what constantly sticks in my core when it comes to looking and dealing with Torrance Bud Crawford. Because every time Torrance Bud Crawford has made that type of statement, the end results were exactly how he predicted it. The same thing went for Spence, right? The world. I didn't, minus me, say it that Spence was a dog. And he was going to eat Torrance Bud Crawford up. Torrance Bud Crawford, on the other hand, said, you've been doubting me all my life. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. You know what I'm saying? And what did he do? What did he do? Man, what did he do? What did he do at Mexican G? The same damn thing, people. He going to do this, Canelo Alvarez. He gonna book him. Man, look, I don't want to say it's gonna be a knockout in the ninth, right? I'm gonna be a professional, in my opinion, y'all. I think, man, look, wouldn't it be a sensational thing? I got Crawford. I got Crawford, man. Bud, did you hear what I just got through saying? Every time that Torrance Bud Crawford has said, I'm going to prove to the world that I'm the best boxer on the planet, he proves himself, man. He ain't said that once. He ain't said that twice. He done said that multiple times, right? And he said the same thing applies to Saul Canelo Alvarez. That's in his gut, man. That man believe can't nobody whoop him, man. And that's how a professional, great boxer represents his mindset, right? It ain't just about the boxing skills. It's about your gut. It's about. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mexican G. I wish hey man, I wish I could put that on the screen. Hold it. Oh, I can. What do you mean pin that? Let me pin that. But y'all see that? The Mexicans, he say you tripping, bro. God Well, that's why I love boxing, man. Boxing is something else, man. It's gonna bring out the best in anybody, man. I don't care if you can't box. I don't care if you can't talk. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna bring out the best of you, right? The Mexican G said, "You tripping, bro? Canelo ain't Canelo ain't Spence." You absolutely right about that, right? But in retrospect, the Mexican G didn't. They had this conversation in that fight with Canelo, no, excuse me, with Torrance Bud Crawford and Spence. Didn't they have that same conversation, right? And, well, as a matter of fact, Torrance Bud Crawford had that same conversation over John Boots Ennis, right? When they was trying to compare the outcome of the fight based on the fact that Saul Canelo Alvarez, and actually let me set the record straight on this. Saul Canelo Alvarez did not solicit Boots to come into camp to help him fight Torrance Bud Crawford. John Boots Ennis volunteered. He asked to come into the camp, right? And he asked up under the precept that Saul Canelo Alvarez would grant him that opportunity. The opportunity that was John Boots Ennis' words, right? So this scenario is relevant in the sense that Torrance Bud Crawford is saying he ain't Spence. He ain't nobody, right? When it comes to Saul Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? So I guess your point is that Devin Till. Hey man, look, check this out. Shout out to Devin Till. Man, what you been smoking this morning, man? No. Seriously, I ain't trying to be funny, but you been smoking on something, man. To tell me a boxing analyst that's been boxing for forever, right? That I mean, I'm gonna pin that one too, right? I'm gonna pin that for you. Right. Okay, there it is. Okay, I pinned that, folks, right? Because I want the world to see what Mr. Teal said. Devin Teal said Canelo, no, Crawford is getting smoked. No, man, he's not. Hey, man, look, if you really, 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 truly, you know what I'm saying, a lover of the sport, right? Well, I love this chat here. I love this chat here. These are my favorites, right? These people that are making these comments. Only a few hours, and we're gonna see the Mexican G. Shout out to the Mexican G because the Mexican G is absolutely unequivocally correct, right? We're gonna have an end to this. I mean, you know what I was thinking this morning, right? Although I can't wait for this fight to get here, I can't wait for this to be over because this is draining me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting a lot of love and energy into this sport. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, man, it drains you. You know what I mean? We having this conversation. It's good, but I'm saying at the end of the day, man, we've been doing this for how long? What, 4 months? You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this for 4 months with this with the build up on this fight, man. And the people who are really being awarded for making this fight successful, it's Hogan Alvarez and Charles Bud Crawford. They putting in the work. So we got to get behind one of them like we doing, and I can appreciate that. You know what I'm saying, y'all? But Devin Teal. Let me pin that. Let me pin that. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Oh, how do I do that? That is not something. I wanted a pin. How do you pin that? No, I can't see the pin. Pin message. Replace pin message. Okay. I hope I pinned it. Okay, message pin. Yeah, I pinned it. That's right. Mexican G said we've been arguing about this fight for over a year. Well, I'm glad we have these kind of debates, man, and doing positive things instead of out there in the street doing negative stuff like a lot of idiots. I can't be really mad. I am mad because they're hurting people, man. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is that I was ignorant to it one time. I was super ignorant. You know what I mean? When it comes to them streets, you know what I mean? But I had to grow up, man. The people got to grow up, man. We got to stop being idiots and morons, right? We got to stop following a negative narrative. You know what I'm saying? And start believing that we have the ability to change things, man. And we do. You know what I'm saying? But we got to first change our thought processes. We got to first learn to love our brothers and sisters like they love themselves. We don't do that. Anyway, y'all, I got to get off this line because I got to get back on today with another chat. I'm looking for y'all at the second phase of the chat, brother, in about an hour or two. We got another undercard, right, that warrants mentioning. You feel me? So, that being said, hit that subscription button. Mr. Teal, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you more if you continue to join the chat, brother. Excuse me. Hit the subscription button, hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Today, let me know who you think is going to be the victor of the super fight tonight. Tonight. That being said, the Mexican G, Gil Cole, Bruce Jazz Gas, Boxing, and Mo. See ya.